Hey Stitchy friends, my name's Lorraine and you're at my channel Shanebrook Cottage, a channel about Flosstube primarily, quilting, and my life. So welcome. If you're new, thank you so much for clicking on the video and giving me a try. If you're returning, welcome back. It's been about a month since we've got together. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. And I have some notes. I'm a little bit more organized than usual. Usually I fly by the seat of my pants. So let's just go over what we have going on tonight. I have a fully finish. I have a finish. I think it's a finish. I'll get your guys' input. I have the 2 new starts. And I have 3 whips, and one of them I'm going to put away for the season. And I have a little bit of quilting. And as usual, I have my plans, what I'm going to continue to work on until we meet again. I have past the stash. I have quite the blessing. Cindy in North Dakota sent me, like, she emailed me and said, hey, I want to send some things I'm not going to use. You can have them for yourself or share with your viewers. And I was like, sure, thank you so very much. And she sent like this ginormous box of goodies. So I'm not going to share all of them tonight. I will share them, what they are, and then we'll pick something for Past the Stash this time. I have the previous Past the Stash friend that I will share their name, what they're getting. And I have a lot of haul. And I think, oh, and I have an idea. I can't give credit where credit is due unless I think of it before I post this video this week. But I saw a new to me floss tuber. I did get a lot of Flosstube watching in this week, which has been lovely. Things have slowed down a little bit this week. Well, one, because Steve is sick. He has missed work. He never misses work. He was home today. And so it's probably good that I'm back here in the sewing room so he can keep his germs to himself. But that's also, you know, it's been nice. We've been home. Things have slowed down. So I watched some videos. And this one person had this really neat little segment on her video where, I don't even know what she called it, so we got to name it too, where her viewers, her Flosstube friends, sent in either like their finishes or something that they're working on that they're extremely proud of. And so they would send, you know, so if you'd like to do that, I'd be happy to share. I think that'd be super cool and a great way to really build community. So if you want to send me an email at shanebrookcottage.com or shanebrookcottage@gmail.com, put it on the bottom of the screen here, a photo of something that you've made or you're in the works of making, and if you'll include in the email, you know, of course, that it's okay to share your name, you know, either just your first name, or if you want me to share your first and last name, I don't care. If you're a floss tuber yourself, I will certainly share that information as well, so other folks can check you out. And let's see, or if you have an Instagram handle you want to share, you can share that with me, and I'd be happy to share with everyone on here. But then also include like what the pattern is. You know, did you use the call for floss, or did you substitute? And you know what? It's not just limited to cross stitch, because I know that we are all multi-talented. We have a multitude of hobbies. So, you know, primarily I'm cross stitch and quilting. I used to really focus on sewing, garment sewing, but I don't do that so much anymore. But so anything you'd like to share that you're proud of, and you know, like not quilting, I already said that. Knitting or crochet, if there's something you want to share, you know, hey, why not? You know, send it. We're a small group, so I don't think we're going to be overwhelmed by, you know, hundreds and hundreds of emails, you know, but if I am, well, that's great. You know, I'll share what I can. And if it's too much for one video, for a little segment, we'll do it the next time too. So I think that's cool. I know Teresa Koga does something similar to that for of course, she's a designer, so for people who are working on her projects, but you know, I saw another floss tuber, I didn't even think about it, like opening it to just whatever you're working on and that you're super proud of and you want to share with the world. I would love to see it. I am always, you know, when my Flosstube friend Inez comments on my videos, I'm always like, okay, I still haven't seen what you're working on, so this might be a great time, Inez, to send me something and I can share it with the group. So anyway, we'll do that. So let's jump in. The first thing I'm going to show you, I have my English paper piecing on top here. So I have this one you've seen before. This is completely done. I'm going to make 18 of these total, and I am inspired by Shelly from the Antique Needleworker and Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs. They're hosting, it's called the Grumpy Susan Quilt-along, and we're doing this flower garden. Then here's the one that I was working on last night. I was catching up on some older episodes of Yellowstone, and well, Steve went to bed early, so I was watching some old episodes. But I ran out of, I don't know if I have more of this fabric, but if I do, I got to cut some more hexies out so I can finish this round. I'm pretty sure I do, but if I don't, maybe I'll just order another fat quarter because I want it to all, you know, match within the round. It smells really strong. It smells like campfire because this went camping with me. So, so that's where I'm at. And then here's another one. This one also went camping. This one you might have saw on Instagram too, because it went to the races with us one night. I took this one since this had, this is when I was working on at the races, since it was brown and I didn't have to worry about the dirt track getting on it. So that one. So not as much progress as I would like, but I really, I mean, thoroughly enjoy doing this so very much. It's just time consuming, and then I have to pick and choose which craft I want to do. And I wanted to mention again, I know that I mentioned before, so this is the type of needle that Shelly recommended, a Millionaire's needle. And I was having a really hard time. I had one of these little guys to thread it, and I was still having a hard time, and then I broke this because I was like, I don't know, too aggressive or something. So then I switched and I used just like a regular sharps needle, which I thought was working fine. But then I got another one of these and I broke these out again, and it really does make a difference. And I can tell on, let me see if I can show you the difference in the stitching. Let me show you. Well, now that I feel under the gun, I'm not able to find a good example. But the stitching's good with the sharp needles as well, but it is not as good as with the Millionaire needle. The stitches are less visible because it's taking a little bit smaller of a bite. So anyway, I guess I can't show you a good example. Oh, here's one. And part of it could be me stitching too, but so like me, let's see, where's the camera? So can you see on that Y, I don't know if you can tell, you can kind of see my stitches. And that was using just a regular everyday sharps type needle. Now let's see, last night I was working with this piece. So look at this Y where they join when I say Y. Look how invisible that is, even on the red, because I was using white thread. You're not seeing it. It's really a nice finish. So it is worth the little bit of aggravation. They used a smaller needle. It is a really small hole. It doesn't always successfully get it the first 1, 2, 3 times with this guy. And then at some point I start shredding the thread that you lay in here. So then I'm wasting. Anyway, I digress. That's that. So let me set that aside. The other quilt that I've been working on, that I'm just going to insert a picture because I just folded it up and put it away for the season. I did not make as much progress as I wanted on it. It's the Web by Layla Boutique. So hopefully there's some pictures here that you can see. It is fabulous. I love it so much. It is taking me a little bit of time because I'm a slowpoke, but also the web pieces are, some end up being on the bias, like they're not cut on the bias, they're cut on the straight, but then how you're piecing it together, you've got them going both ways. And so I had to take my time to make sure I didn't get my squares wonky, and they are coming out a little small, which probably, if I'm honest, almost all the time I come out a little small. I have a 1/4 inch foot. I am using it. I'm trying to be careful, but I think sometimes I'm like a 1/4 and a smidge. So it makes my blocks a little smaller because my seam allowance is a little big, but it's really nice. I wish I would have got further on it, but it was just time to put it away because I wanted to work on some other things. So you'll see that in my plans, what I want to work on. And then my other quilting project is from, I believe I finished this one last year. Go long arm this one. So this was a jelly roll log cabin. And I went really scrappy, and now I know that I don't like that as much. I like controlled scrappy. So what I mean is this was a jelly roll, so it all coordinates. I think it's by me and my sister Designs, and I think it was called, I'll put it on the screen. I'll look it up and put it on the screen. I have that somewhere. But I was too scrappy. Like, I prefer now if I would have just done this and this to match, instead of like one green and another green, or a light and a light. I would have liked it to match. So that's a me thing. So like that light doesn't match on the same log, but it's super stunning. I used some white on white that has some glitter in it for the border and some of the stripes, and then I use a white on white spot dot. So it's cool, but it's one of my earlier quilts. I dab learning what I like and what I don't like. So I would really like to get this quilted and finished. And I've decided, we have been, as you know, we've been doing a lot of like just zhuzhing things up at the house, moving stuff around. So right now we've got the living room all set now, except for 2 walls. I've taken everything off 2 walls. It's the wall behind the sofa. Used to have all of my husband's trophies and awards and certificates for when he was a power lifter, which was super cool. But instead we are going to make it a family wall. I've ordered matching frames, and we're just going to put pictures of the family up on there. And then we have this small narrow wall that had pictures of him and I that I took down, that I would like to do like a small seasonal quilt and hang it up, inspired by many people, but specifically Francine of Buffalo Quilt Co. I love her reels when she shows that she's switching out the quilts. She has a place that looks like by her front door where she hangs up a full-size quilt on a rod, and she switches it out, and I love it. And I thought about the family wall for a full-size quilt, but I just knew that was an accident waiting to happen, because it's like right when you walk in, it's pretty tight space as it is, because we pushed the sofa back to get a larger entertainment center, and I can just see the grandkids like constantly touching it, pulling on it, whatever. So the other wall, nobody can touch it because it'll be a little higher and it'll just be a little quilt. Also, in our bedroom, I'm so excited. My daughter's partner, not my son-in-law, but pretty much my son-in-law, he agreed. I texted him this week and asked him if he would be willing to paint our bedroom for us. Of course, I'm going to hire him and pay him. He's such a sweet guy. I'm sure he would have done it for free, but you know, it's Christmas time and we could all use a little bit of money. So I thought maybe he'd like a job, extra side hustle, and pay him for his time. So I'm super stoked about that, because ever since we've moved in here, I think we've been here about, I don't know how many years now, 6 years. I've been wanting to paint the bedroom and I haven't, because I just like dread the whole idea of doing it. So He's going to paint it for me. And then there's a wall, a good size wall that has nothing on it that I'm going to hang a quilt on. So I'm thinking like either like one of these beautiful seasonal quilts I can hang up there, or I can fold it and put it on the bed as a bed runner. I'm a little hesitant because of using it as an everyday quilt, because we do have dogs that get up on the bed. Oakley's like nearly 100 pounds. Not that she's not a gentle giant by any stretch. Sorry about that. I hopefully cut all that out. I just had a coughing fit. But anyway, so that's my plans for quilts. So let's move on to cross stitch. So my fully finished was this little guy by Shelly at the Antique Needleworkers, her little free project, Stop, Drop, and Stitch. I did make a modification. I didn't put the thread through the needle all the way over. I just didn't want to. And then let's see what else. I did it on a 14 count Artiste Ada white opal. So it's got some glitter in it, which maybe not showing up. I used Classic Colorworks Holly Berry. This is the first time that I've put palms on something. So this was a practice piece for me since it was nice and small. I think that's a piece of Lori Holt scrap fabric I had. I lightly filled it with some crushed walnut shells. I lightly filled it on purpose because I just wanted it to be more flat since I had words on it so you could see it. I really like the pom-pom trim finish. Great learning experience for me. I was kind of laissez-faire, and I can really see where I stitched it down here, where I was just like, and I was working from the front and wasn't paying attention too much to the back. So now I know that I really need to pay attention because I don't want my stitches to show. But just a cute little doohickey to throw somewhere. Love it. I love her little project card. The stitch was 49 by 43. And I'm thinking of, I just used the last project card that I had purchased off of Etsy, like a download, and then I printed myself. And I'm out of the hard cardstock paper, so my choices are either go get more hard cardstock paper, or I'm thinking about doing something like this on Vistaprint and printing my own, which I kind of like that. It's just so nice. Then my other finish is by Little House Needleworks, the Suffrage Act. Now, this is the one where I'm like, I'm finished, but I'm not finished. So the pattern calls for like a little brick road or something that she's standing on. I've decided I don't want to put that on there. I also wanted to complete this by election day night, and so I did. I got it completely done, and so that was a goal. And so I think I'm going to frame this one nice and tight. I'm going to try and frame it myself, lacing in the whole kit and caboodle. And because this is one I want to leave hanging up in the living room all year round, and it might be a county fair entry. So more to come on this one. I will show it whenever I get around to finishing it and show you how I made out on my first, you know, like I'm really going to try and do a super good job kind of thing. So this one, Little House Needleworker pattern 177, 14 count Charles Craft Fiddler's Ada that I hand dyed with some tea and some pearl gray Rit dye, which I love how it turned out. And I used the DMC colors. Oops, it's upside down. So unfortunately this will come off because I'll be like doing it super tight, but there is some of that right here, so I like that. One of my favorite stitches, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then so this pattern here, I won't stitch it again, so it will go in my little pasta stash drawer for a future giveaway, a future share. Then My whip, the Quilted Witch, I am done with for the season. Lori Holt. It's a blanket. It's on 14 count. And this is how far I got. I really enjoyed doing the pumpkin. So I've really enjoyed the Lori Holt motifs very much. Some of the colors aren't my jam. Like this isn't really my jam up here, but it is what it is, and I'm no genius to change it out. This was a start along with Kelly from the Farm on Highway J. She did hers on some hand-dyed fabric, which was super cool looking, and she made a way ton more progress than me. But I think she did put hers away for the season, so I look forward to putting this away and getting back to it next year. So let me shove that in the bag. I guess that'll be the last time we see the bag until next year. I love this bag. This is one of my first attempts at foundation paper piecing, and I just thought it was so much fun. My other whips were whips I pulled out from last year, and I have spent a good bit of time on one of them. Let's see which one. This one here. So this is Calico Confectionery. We Give Thanks. So sweet. And here's my version. So when I put it away last year, I think I just had him done, like all the way over. And then since I picked it up, I did the pumpkin, and then I came up to the top and I started working on her on my way down. And I'm outlining her dress and apron right now. I am off 2 stitches. There's supposed to be 3 spaces between their elbows, and I only have 1 space. Doesn't really matter. I just kept racking and rolling. I don't know where I got off at, but I'm not fixing it. And let's see here. Which one is it? I think it's this one. This one's the color palette. And I'm using all DMC, the called for. And what else can I tell you about it? I think that's it. I don't have a project card in here because this is one of them that I started. I just recently started using project cards. So I'll have to make one, but it is in my little book. I have one of those It's So Emma books from Fat Quarter Shop that I love as well. I really like that. Then let me show you the other one. I got floss everywhere. The other one is really pretty too, but I haven't worked on it yet this year. November Snapshot, and this is by Pine Mountain Designs. And this is where I left off last year. And I've got threads hanging. So this is the top of the turkey's feather that's going to start. So I need to get crack-a-lacking on this guy. It's going to be really pretty. And here's the color palette. Again, DMC. Oh, and speaking of, by me saying, oh, DMC, it made me think of a floss tuber, a new to me. And I think she's not only new to me, but I think she's new to floss tubing. Did I write her name down? I did. Heidi Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole. So I think she has 2 videos. I just watched one. The intro was hysterical. Hysterical. She was talking about all the things that floss tubers do. We apologize. Oh, it's just DMC. Oh, it's 14 count 8. Oh, I didn't iron. Oh, my hair's not good. My nails, whatever. Like, I was hysterical. So Heidi Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole. Go check out her first video, and the intro will have you just falling in love with her. It was so cute and so funny, because how many times have I know that I have thought to myself, oh, I'm going to film. Oh, I can't film because like I didn't do my hair, or I'm just wearing a sweatshirt and I just don't, oh, you know, like all these, oh, I don't have enough done. Oh, I don't, you know, it's just like all these reasons. It was so cute. So anyway, so there's those. I'll just set those aside. Now I have the 2 new starts. So this one was inspired by the fabric, because I was in Fat Quarter Shop's fabric flare club, where you got a piece of fabric flare every month, which is great and awesome. And I got this piece and I didn't know what to do with it, and then they showed which I thought was very, very clever of them. They showed 3 patterns that they thought would look good on it over here. Now talk about a blanket. And it's giving me the opportunity, remember this little stand that I got at the thrift store? I'm giving it a whirl because of the size of this piece of fabric. Let me show this to you. So, and I'm going to insert a picture because I've cut this fabric down, but before I cut it down, it was even bigger yet. And I mean, it's like, and I found that because since I stitch in hand now, that holding such a large piece of fabric in my hand, I don't enjoy. And I think that was part of my problem with the Quilted Witch, and part of my problem with the Teresa Kogut Sacred. Also, since I stitch on 14 count, everything's huge, and then when you get a bigger piece, it's like really huge. So I put it in the stand. I didn't make a lot of progress, but enough to know that the stand works. I just had it, I don't know if you kind of saw, I had it attached at the top and loose at the bottom, so I could kind of like still like stitch in hand by just holding where I'm stitching, instead of like crumpling up the whole piece of fabric, which was nice and probably really good for my posture too, instead of sitting back in on the sofa, which is like has a lazy boy recliner situation where I'm leaning back stitching. You know, I have to sit up with my feet on the ground, and so that's probably good for my posture. So I didn't make as much progress as I wanted because I'm missing a color. I placed an order with the Fat Quarter Shop, and I got a whole package of stuff. And I've got a string quad here. I got more floss. Oh, it's a mess. But I'm missing one of the colors. And I could have swore I ordered it, but I apparently didn't. I'm missing 3853, which is where I'm at on the pattern. There's a lot of it. So I do have the floss chart where I could just go substitute it. But I'm committed to using what it's called for. So I do have that floss in my shopping cart with Fat Quarter Shop. So the next time I, purchase something, it will come along for the ride, because, you can't pay $5 shipping on a 80-cent skein of floss. But look at this, and I couldn't get them at Joann's because they don't have these. Look at some of the specialty floss though. Isn't this neat? Look at that. That is so pretty. That one was kind of special, and I think this one's kind of special. What's going on with this one? Yeah, it's kind of doesn't look as special as the other one. Different DMC numbers. Like these are like some 4000s. So my store doesn't carry those numbers. So I'm really excited to get rocking and rolling on that one when I get the next color in. I guess it's just another orange. But anyway, so that is a start. And then my other start I'm so in love with. So in love. So it's this one here. And I believe I shared last time that I was kind of falling down that Ancestry.com rabbit hole, and I did do my DNA, and I'm supposed to find out in 2 days. I got the email today saying that it's analyzed, it's all done, blah, blah, blah. And then I will know my results on the 14th of November. 2 days. So I don't think there's going to be any big surprises. I think it's going to be primarily, a lot of German in there. But we'll see. Let me pull this needle and put it aside. So it's a kind of a monochromatic type pattern. I did my own adventure. I chose my own colors. So I'm going with shades of blue. So I'm up here in the corner where the little dragon is. So this is my little, see, there's my little dragon tail. It's a lot of stitching. I love it so much. I didn't know I was a Quaker girl. I really kind of like those motifs. And so these are the colors that I chose, which I think I read them off to you last time, but I don't think I had started last time. I think I'd picked my colors, maybe not. And then I also ordered some more because it's gonna burn through the floss. And I noticed, and I'm kind of excited, the dye lots are definitely different on, like I can just even see it in this, between these two here, this Dublin Bay. Here's a big board. Let me hold them up next to each other. And let me get out my Dublin Bay I'm already using. So my Dublin Bay is pretty close to this one. So they're definitely the same floss, but some have, like, this one really has a lot of green in it. I don't know, whoops, if you're gonna be able to tell. Let's just do these two. So same color, but don't you think this one has a lot more green undertones showing through? I don't know if you can tell. But super, 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 super pretty. I love it. And then, of course, and even like my blue corn, I got lots of blue corn. So that's going to be my primary color. Anyway, stunning, stunning color palette, if I do say so myself. So let me set this board away. And then, coincidence, I don't know what I ordered. I ordered something that came with these little gloves, not even cross-stitch related, something from Amazon. And these have been working out perfect. So I did for my holding hand, I cut the little tippies off so I can hold my fabric while I stitch. And that way, like since it is like such a huge piece and it's gonna take me a long time and I'm really crunching it in my hand, just so I don't get any discoloration. So anyway, I feel like so fancy pants wearing gloves. So that is my other start. Now, I was hoping to share with you guys a couple of my previous finishes, but I don't have my Thanksgiving stuff out yet. I don't even have the Halloween. I have the Halloween down. All the Halloween is down, and it's in a laundry basket in my office. But with just everything in the house kind of a little discombobulated, I haven't had the mojo to pull out the storage boxes and get the Thanksgiving out. But I know I have a few cross stitches that I finished. I know I have a super old quilt that I did way, way back, that you can tell it was a long time ago and my skills weren't that great, but I still love it. And then I have this really cool apron that I made, and I have a pattern. I have a second, it's a stamped pattern. I have a second one that I want to make for Abby someday. So maybe next time, if I get my Thanksgiving stuff out before Thanksgiving and I film before Thanksgiving, I'll share that with you guys. So then let me just share with you quickly what I got out last night that I might work on tonight after I make dinner, or not. I'm making a chicken Alfredo tonight. So I got out, so this was a freebie from Fat Quarter Shop, Star of Wonder. They kind of always do a Christmas pattern, a freebie around Halloween time. So I pulled my fat quarters for the first week last night. And I got out my little alphabetties. I needed A through G. So I got my little alphabetties. I couldn't find my A. It could be in another project. I need to buy more alphabetties, so I'm going to use the hot cocoa mud as my A to lay out my pieces. If you're not familiar or you're new to quilting and you want to try it, I highly, highly recommend, maybe not this pattern, but Fat Quarter Shop in general has a lot of free patterns. They're very well written, and they're very great for the step outs. So I love them so much. So hopefully maybe I'll get a block or so done and share that with you guys next time. So what should we do next? Should we do haul or should we do pasta stash? I think we should do Past the Stash because it's pretty phenomenal, the stuff that Cindy sent me. So let's do for last time. So last time I'll put the video here of me doing the random comment picker. It was for the August month to month by Stitching with the Housewives. And the person who I'm going to send it to is Kelly Hale 2778. So Kelly, please send me an email with your address and I will get that out into the mail to you. Kelly Hale 2778. Please email me at shanebrookcottage@gmail.com. And we'll get that out to you. That's a great pattern. I love stitching it. So then let's just go through like this little, like it was like Christmas when she sent me stuff. So she sent me all these goodies and I will share with you what I'm going to keep for myself and then the rest is up for grabs. So here's a big one. One of those stamped quilt kits. And I had one that I had started before, a different pattern. And I never finished it, and I ended up giving it to a friend, and I don't know if she ever finished it. But so that'll go up sometime. I'll just set it down here. I think this is the one for this time for sure, since it's very appropriate. And it is, they're calling it is counted cross stitch. Yes, it is counted cross stitch. I was thinking it was crewel or embroidery. And so it comes with the floss. It's not, you'd have to sort it. It comes with probably a very crunchy piece of Aida and the little plastic frames. So you could use everything in the kit yourself, or you could just use the patterns and use it as a jumping off point. So if you are interested in having Mr. and Mrs. Claus, please be 18 or older. And if you haven't already, if you're this far into the video, please take a moment to like my video and to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notifications when I post a new video. Sometimes I'm like, you know, Johnny on the spot and posting all the time. And other times I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's been a month. I better post something. So please like and subscribe. And be 18 or older so I can ask for your address. But if you would like to have this, please use the word Santa Claus in your comments. I will ship this to anyone in the United States or anyone who has a mailbox in the United States. And I'd be happy to get that to you. So use the word Santa Claus and this will come out to you. So you might not have, you probably won't have time to stitch it this year, but you'll have it in your stash for next year. So that. Then she also sent me this pattern, so she must belong to this club. Stitching with the Housewives, Sayings of the Seasons, Summer. So you just get the pattern. And I'm going to set that aside for next time, for another time. She sent me this in a very fancy Ziploc bag. And I think this is one of those, let me put on my glasses so I can read the pattern. A Mirabilia. So here it's a photo. Really stunning, really pretty. Let's see, does the pattern say? It's a paper pattern, black and white. Does she have a name? She does. She is called the Midsummer's Night Fairy, designed by Nora Corbett. And there is DMC. You would need to get the DMC, the beads, and the Krynic if you wanted to stitch this. And this is a 1997 pattern. Let's see, it was stitched on 32 count, Stony Point linen from Witchell, stitch 2/2, blah, blah, blah. 168 by 273 is the stitch count. So it's a huge commitment. So we will do this one too then. Let's do Midsummer, M-I-D-S-U-M-M-E-R, Midsummer, if you're interested in this. You should probably want to get started on that sooner than later because it's going to take a lifetime to stitch. Then let's see what else we have in here. Oh, isn't this just so cute? It's a dimensions kit with like little cowboy kitty cats on it. Adorable. Adorable. So it comes with the floss, the fabric, which, oh, I should have robbed the fabric, but too late now. I'm on camera. I'm not going to. It's a 14 count beige Aida. Let's see. Its fabric size is 23 by 12. I'm looking for a stitch count. Doesn't say. Finish size is going to be 19 by 7. First National Bank. Oh, they're like bank robbers, I guess is the idea. Or they're guarding the bank. I don't know what they're doing. Super cute. Super cute. Well, in the spirit of giving, let's do this one too. So this is a 2001 dimension, and it looks like you have everything you need. The fabric, the thread, the pattern. The thing says that it comes with a needle, but I cannot guarantee that there's a needle in here for you. So, cowboy. Cowboy's the word for this, the cowboy cats. I guess they could be cowgirls, but I'm going to call them cowboys. Cowboys. So we got 3 pasta stashes this time. We've got Santa Claus, we got Midsummer, and we got Cowboy. I better write these down because I will not remember. Where is my little sheet of notes? So that way when I'm drawing, so we've got Santa Claus, Midsummer, and Cowboy. Wasn't she a dear? Wasn't she a dear? She sent so much. This is gorgeous too. This is a Lindy Stitches, which made me think Lindy Stitches. Jingle Ball. I have my ticket. I'm ready to roll. Tonight, my group for my class was the flat fold finish, and they were doing a Zoom tonight for a different project to make headbands. I didn't bring home my laptop. I knew Steve wasn't feeling well. I knew I wanted to film this. I didn't get, long story short, I'm not doing the Zoom tonight. I'm sure I'll be disappointed when I see everyone wear their headbands at the Jingle Ball. But anyway, I hope to see you there. And if you see me and, you know, please say hi, because I am socially awkward. So I'm a little bit of a stalker, but please say hi, introduce yourself. Let me know that you watch me. You know, let me know if you want to be friends. We can be friends. But anyway, so I'm so happy that Lindy Stitches is putting on this great event. So this will be a little kitty cat pattern we'll save for some another time. Look at this fabric. Holy Hannah. Raw silver 32 count Belfast linen. Look at that. It's so pretty. Doesn't that say Christmas? So this, I do not stitch on linen. I am not a linen girl. I'm not interested in trying it. It does look pretty straightforward though. Like you can really see the threads on this one. But let's do this one too, because this just like, oh, gives me the warm fuzzies because it's so beautiful. So let's do silver. Silver. We'll do silver is the name. So if you want this piece, it was purchased from the Fat Quarter Shop. It doesn't look like she cut into it at all. It is so generous of her. 32 count Belfast linen, a 27 by 36 piece. Hold on to your socks, people. That is super kind of her and beautiful. So silver, like silver bells for Christmas, silver in my hair, that silver, and that'll be another one. Again, just be 18 or older, please, so I can legally ask for your address. And just put that in the comments, and then I'll do the random comment picker next time. Here is another beautiful piece. This is a piece of Lugana. It's really cool for me to see these because I don't know what these look like in person, because I don't have a fancy store, cross-stitch store. So I don't know what these look like. And Lugana like looks kind of like a little bit tighter Aida to me. I could be wrong, but isn't that beautiful? So this is a light taupe 28 count Lugana 18 by 26. So pretty. Save that for another time. This is beautiful too. Now this one, I don't know if this has been cut or not. Now, granted, folks, I'm not taking these out, and, you know, I'm assuming it's a pretty, it looks like a good chunk. And this person was really generous. These are not scraps. These are good pieces, if not the whole thing. So, Parisian gray, 30 count linen, 17 by 21. Let me pull it out. We're getting a little glare here off the lamp. The lamp's blowing it out a little bit. It's really pretty. See, this reminds me of what I think of linen. When I think of linen, it has like all the nubbies on it and stuff. Yeah, I'm not a linen girl. I think it would be great to stitch on it, how the finish would look. But yeah, I'm an old dog. I'm not ready for new tricks. I'll stick with my Ada. Now this one here is so pretty. This makes me think of Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher up in Shippensburg. I'm in Gettysburg. She's in Shippensburg. We've never met, but that is on the list of things to do. But it makes me think of her because I'm pretty sure she likes nautical things. And this is just super cute. I mean, I would totally stitch this if it would go somewhere in my house. That's a lot of stitching not to hang up somewhere. So this is going to go in the Vesta stash. This is a little postcard that she must have got free with a little pattern on the back from Lindy Stitches. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that in this Lindy Stitch Napping in the Poinsettias. I'm going to just slide that in here. Very cute. Okay. This is 36. It says HD Linen by F&R Up in the Attic. So, you guys are going to have to help me out with this. HD, probably hand dyed. Linen by F&R, I have no idea. Up in the Attic, must be a store. It's gorgeous. It's a brown with some orangey undertones to it. Beautiful piece of fabric. Oh my gosh, you could just really get a lot of projects on here. Or one big stunning project, like a sampler of some sort. Oops, and I didn't fold it quite the same. So this will go on a future Past the Stash. Guys, we have some goodies. Like, thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to put these in my future drawer. Then the next items I have upside down. So I think these were ones that I wanted to keep. Oh, and here's her nice little card she sent me. Little Lori Holt card. So she sent me this, some courthouse step paper from It's So Emma Fat Quarter Shop. Foundation paper piecing, which I'd like to do more of. So I'm going to hang on to that for myself. She sent me the cutest little ornament. I don't know if you meant to send it, but thank you. And it's for June, and I have a granddaughter that has a June birthday, so that's going to go to her. She also sent this, I'm sure this came in one of her kits, a piece of 28 count Monaco. I've never stitched on 28 count Monaco or 28 count anything. And it's by Charles Craft, EMC, so I can appreciate all fabric, crunchy or not. But I guess I'd have to watch Fat Quarter's video because they did a video once that kind of went over linen, Ada, Lagana, Monaco, like what all the differences are. And to me, this, I don't know, kind of looks like Ada, like in the sense like you can see the holes really well. So anyway, I'm going to hang on to that, and that would be a great piece for me to try my hand at trying something new. So thank you. Very beautiful. I love me a barn. Love me a barn. So Cottage Garden Samplings House Barn. Their Fabulous House Series number 7. So sweet. So I'm going to hang on to that one for myself. And then, you know, maybe when I'm done stitching it, I can pass it on. Don't, like, hold your breath. It'll take me a while. And then this was in my keep pile, and I don't know why. Cookie Dough 36 Count Needle Bling by Hollis Hand Creates. Another stunning, oh my God. You guys, look at that. That is so, so pretty. That is just so pretty. I wish I could stitch on that. That is just, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful coloring. Okay, I'm drooling over it. Maybe that's why, and maybe because it says cookie dough. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna give this one away too, because if I keep it too long in the house, I'm gonna want to keep it, and that's just silly because I know I'm never gonna stitch on it. So cookie is gonna be the word for that, cookie, because it says cookie dough on it. So I'll write that down, cookie. And it doesn't have a size on here, so let me just kind of give you, since it's a small piece, I'll give you a rough estimate. It's about 18 by 13. So what is that? That's like not quite a fat quarter, no. Oh, it's beautiful. Cindy, you have just the kindest heart. There's going to be some very lucky cross stitchers out in the world getting your goodies. And then last but not least, look at this cutie, a little hedgehog, right? That's a hedgehog. Just a little ornament. So sweet. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I just, gosh, I had so much fun opening it. I had so much fun just now going through it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but not least is my haul. So stick around if you want to be enabled. I will share the goodies that I got this month with you guys. Oh, the basket's heavy. So everything is open except for this. This came today from Fat Quarter Shop. Let's see what I got. Some mini charms. They were on sale. So I got more Halloween because I have a whole Halloween thing going on over there. And it's all your guys' fault because I had a panel and I had some fat quarters. And Abby wanted the fat quarters, so I gave those to her. And then I tried to give away the panel probably last year and nobody claimed it. So then I was like, oh, it's such a cute panel, blah, blah, blah. So then now I have the panel, so then I bought some fabric to go with it. And then I bought, I don't know what else I bought, like a jelly roll. Yeah, a jelly roll. And now I got these. I mean, like, couldn't take it off my hands, so then I had to get everything to go with it. Then I also got this, is by, who is this by? Collection for a Cause, Howard Marcus Dunn and Three Sisters from Moda Fabric. Not my typical jam, but very sweet and elegant. And I thought that would make a lovely front of a project bag maybe. And it was like $3.24. So, and I wanted to get this one, so they kind of rode together. So very sweet. I did recently sign up. I like doing some clubs, and my Little House Needleworks Christmas Cabin Club just finished. So I signed up for a mini charm club, and I think that'll be cool. One, so I have the little charms for making some project bags, which I desperately need. Two, I can check out the SKUs on collections to see what I like, if I want to buy any yardage. They're really affordable, and they're just, you know, like a nice little size that my grandkids, I was going to say granddaughters, but boys can sew too, can play with and stitch together if they want to. So anyway, I'm doing that club. So I'll throw that there. I got this, because I don't have enough hobbies. I want to try punch needle. The Lori Holt punch needle stuff was all sold out, blah, blah, blah. Walmart had a little kit. I picked it up. I haven't opened it. I might try it. I might not. Oh, see, it is the month of mini charms. Listen, this one is beautiful. Well, yeah, let me. I know I like it when other people show stuff, so let me do a small flip through. Oh, that was pretty, that blue. Where was that at? I don't know. But this is A Christmas Carol by Three Sisters. Another elegant fabric. Definitely my jam. I like this. This one I got for the, I love dots. This is eyelet. And this one I'm going to use more as, for the skews. So this is a fig tree one. Great blender pieces. Look at all the fuzzies flying off. I don't particularly care for using a solid. I like using something that has a little bit of something like a polka dot in it for my solids and quilts. And this one I got because I really just keep looking at this fabric by Stacy. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. Stacy Izisu Ponderosa, because I love Western stuff. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just make a little tote bag, a little project bag. I know it's not showing very well. I don't want to destroy the little bundle. It's got some really pretty aquas in it, or turquoise. And anywho, so that's that. I ordered, because on Amazon it's like shopping at Costco's. You get big. So I wanted to, since I knew this guy, I'm gonna frame, and I want to frame it, and I want to put like the fancy brown paper on the back. And then I wanted to do the whole Lori Holt thing where you do like a little library card with your information on it for some of these nicer pieces that, to me, they're nice, that I wanted to frame. So I went on Amazon instead of Lori Holt, and I'm drowning in these things now. So I got those. Speaking of Lori Holt, look what came. This is my pre-order for the month. It is so gorgeous. This is such a nice book. If you were on the fence, stop what you're doing and go order yourself one. It is just stunning. I mean, I'll just do a quick flash. You can't make anything from that flash. Again, the whole, put out by Fat Quarter Shop. The step outs are beautiful. The instructions are perfect. The Lori Holt patterns are classic. Just a lovely book. I will definitely be making some things out of this. Definitely. Just love it so much. I've just oohed and awed over it and looked at it so many times. So pretty. So I also got a few things from the thrifty store. So, which this wasn't really like a thrift store price. This was $7.99, but I bought it. Ruler hem clips. I didn't have any, didn't know I needed them, but now I needed them, so I got them. 99 cents, a lovely green tomato, and then a little package of these T-pins, which I thought would be great. I don't know if they have an official name, T-pins, floral pins. I thought these would be perfect because I'm picturing the whole lacing of putting my fabric on a piece of foam board and then using these pins to hold everything as I lace. I don't know. They were 99 cents, so I got them. Speaking of kitty corn, Fat Quarter Shop. This was one of the fabric lines that was on sale. So I bought what I could based on the SKUs on the quilt pattern to make the quilt. I think I have just about everything. I might be short 1 or 2 SKUs, but I can certainly substitute out. Or that's where I was thinking maybe if the pieces are small enough, the jelly roll or the mini charms could come in handy. So you guys know next year I'll be working on my web quilt, but definitely a kitty corn. Or no, not a kitty corn, Halloween quilt will be in my future. Very pretty. So these were a really good buy. Then this was an impulse I threw in the cart. It's very pretty, but after I looked at it, it's like above my skill level. I don't know why I put the receipt in there. So yeah, I paid $10.99 for it from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's a Jeanette and Douglas, and I was really struck by the colors and the acorns. But it has a lot of specialty stitches in there, and it just, I don't know. After looking it over, I don't think it's for me as far as the skill level. I'm not there. So this will also go in a future Past the Stash. I'm going to throw that in a drawer. It's really pretty though. If you win my Past the Stash and you make something, you got to show me, because I mean, Past the Stash is stuff I either bought and I made myself, or I bought and then like that, like I realized, oh, it's probably not for me, but I like it. So I would love to see what it looks like when it's done. And then I ordered this off of Etsy, and I've never done a Prairie School or Santa Claus. You know, one time where I did a really great thrift haul and I got a bunch of them, but this one here just speaks to me. Again, I don't know what the deal is. Like, it's nautical themed. It's got the fish and the little lobster in the bag in the back here, and he's got a gold robe. I do like to fish. Not that I'm a fisherman and I go out all the time, but when I have gone, I've really enjoyed it. And I felt drawn to that particular Santa, and so I got it. The other two don't do anything for me, so I think that would be the only one I would stitch. And then last but not least, if you're still with me, get ready for the angels to sing. I had a moment of FOMO. I don't know. I signed up for somebody's newsletter. Kohana. I know, I'm always late to the party. I'm always like late. That's just who I am in life. I was just like, I'm all about, like, give me my 50-cent back to school scissors. I'm good with them. They cut what I need. But I don't know. I signed up for the Kohana newsletter, and it was a winter special, so I ordered it. It's not in the box. I'll show them to you. I already took them out of the box, but look at this, how nicely they present them. So I told my daughter, when I die and Steve cleans out my stuff, please make sure he doesn't donate these to the thrift store that you get him, my dear lovely child. They got the red handle. They got a little snowflake on them. And to be honest with you, they are all that a bag of chips. I tell you what, they're overkill. They are certainly overkill for cross stitch, for sure. But for quilting, if you're doing some applique and you need to really get into some small corners, garment sewing, for sure. I would definitely, absolutely invest in a pair of these shears for sure someday, if that would be in my budget, because they are super, super nice. These were just a FOMO moment, not necessary. They are sharp as a dickens though. Like, I was putting some floss on a floss drop, and like I cut through like all of them like that. So anyway, so that wraps up this Flosstube. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, and letting me share my love of my hobbies with you. I get a lot of enjoyment out of this. I really do. I hope you do too. If you want to, I don't have a name for it or anything yet, but please, if you want to share something with me to share with the crowd, you know, like a brag table, but we'll do it like as photos on the next video, please email me, shanebrookcottage@gmail.com. And until then, you guys, if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. I am still getting my steps in. Not as many as I need to, but I am getting my steps in, so I hope you are too, finding time for self-care and a little bit of exercise. And I will talk to you soon. Good night. Bye.